Hey everybody, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching. I have a couple of Echoes that we're going to replace the carburetors and the whole deal on. And I'm going to show you how to do it. The reason why I went this route as opposed to replacing the whole diaphragm is you can get everything for like $15. The price point for the Hedge trimmers, which honestly I think I might keep, and the Weedeater that we're going to work on, which is, I believe it's the SRM2100, demand good money, and so that's why I'm going to go ahead and I spent the $15 doing the fixing this, and then another $15 doing the Weedeater. So we're going to start with the Hedge trimmer here, and we'll go ahead and get rolling. So we're working on the Hedge trimmer first. This is an HC1500 Hedge trimmer. I'm just going to take off the air filter cover and the air filter. Take off these two Phillips head screws here. That should take this carb off, and then we've got the fuel lines here. We're not saving the fuel lines because you can see they're already broken and brittle. They've already broken off. You can save this little filter thing though. I guess it's just like an evap filter or something that just sticks right up in there. So we'll save that. Carb's going to come off with the throttle. The throttle just pulls forward and latches into a little circular thing there. Hope y'all can see most of this. Just pulling this grommet out. I mean, again, we're not saving any of this, so except maybe the fuel filter, which I'll pull out here. But trying to find the right carburetor, and I keep choosing the wrong one. Sorry. So what I'll do is I'll grab my pliers, pull this line up here. We'll just disconnect the fuel filter like so. You can see how soft these lines are. Again, I had an issue with it not priming, so we're going to fix that here. It's probably failed internally or something along those lines. So we've got everything off except for this little rubber grommet, which we're about to take off. And that's everything. So let me find the right carburetor and we'll put it back on. Alright y'all, I found it. So what we're going to do is put it on. I think it went like that, didn't it? That? No. Like this, because it went downwards. So I'm taking this. I'm doing my best to show y'all. We're just going to slide this cable into the carburetor. So we slid it down like so. Oh my gosh. Remember, it's the primer bulb goes down on this. So now we figure out how to put these. Oh, it even comes with a little evap canister here. That's kind of cool. So the good news is the fuel filter and everything just pops right through this hole in the back of the where the rubber grommet came out. Ooh. Feed the filter down through there. And then we're going to feed those lines through. And we're going to get it right together here, y'all, because I don't remember what way they all went. But you got an evap canister there. One of them goes one way and one of them goes the other, and I can't remember. So we're going to try one setup first. And if that works, then we're in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pop this grommet on. Just got to be very careful because you don't want to mess it up. Might disconnect the lines before I put the grommet back in. This is the first time I've ever done an echo, guys, so have a little bit of patience with me. The reason why I do this is so some folks that may struggle can see what I do to get everything in there. Find a blunt end of a screwdriver here to see if that works. Darn. WD-40 maybe? Only thing is it makes everything slick. Let's see if it gives it enough to slide in there. Wow. I mean, they got to make it gas proof, I guess, or seal it tight, so. Holy moly. That is a very tough grommet to get in. Take the screwdriver and push it through on this side, maybe. Wow. Alright, I'm going to stop wasting camera time, and I'll tell you what I ended up doing to get this thing in. Alright, y'all, so I got it in. Ended up taking a couple of the hoses out, so now I'm going to try and feed the hoses back through, which may not be the most fun thing to do, but we'll try it. Oh boy. Alright. Let me feed these hoses back through. However I'm going to do that. And once I do that, I'll show you the fuel line connections and all that mess. Alright, y'all, got the lines in. I wanted to show you what I ended up doing. Because there's nothing that needs to be on these, I ended up cutting a little edge off of them, if I can show you, so that I could slide them through here to get through the rubber grommet, so that I didn't have to try and force the rubber grommet on with those lines in there, because it was nearby impossible, as y'all could see on that video in the previous clip before. So we should be able to put the carburetor on. The reason why I do this is to see what side sucks and which side blows. This one's blowing out, so this one's going to be your return line to the fuel tank, which is that one. So you're like your evap line or whatever you want to call it. So it's that one. I'm going to hook the throttle back in while I'm here, because it decided it wanted to go a little crazy on me a little earlier. So we're going to pull this out a little bit, latch it on, pull this out some, come on. A little bit, not quite as easy as the FS45 steel I worked on, but the good thing is it comes in a little kit, and it's not too bad of a deal. So, let me pull this, woo, didn't need to pull it that far. But so that's the intake, the inlet, and so I should be able to prime it, get some fuel up here, and I do. And it's coming out the outlet like it's supposed to. I'm going to pull the fuel filter line back down a little bit. Just a little bit. Just because it needs to be in the bottom of the tank. These lines are supposed to be relatively tight. I think that gasket's okay right there. So, now what we're going to do, I got this whole cluster of randomness that they always give you. I've got a gasket right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave that gasket. The 2-cycle, it'll seal just fine either way. I mean, this is plastic up here anyway, so it's like, do you necessarily need a gasket on top? I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to slide this down in there. Screw it on. Go ahead and put the gas cap back on because we're done with that. Trying to avoid a kink in the gas line here. You see what it's trying to do? You don't want that, so we're trying to avoid. A little bit tricky with this Hedge trimmer just because it's the same carburetor as a Weedeater, it's just on a different application, and so it's not quite as suited, I guess you could say. Oh, I gotta tighten that up. Okay, so now just gotta figure out how to put this air filter on. There we go. And oh, it's this way. We just screw this in. We might have to do a little bit of adjustment since we have Hedge trimmers here instead of a Weedeater. I don't know how much load it takes. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring y'all out here. So come along for a little ride. You might hear a little fan noise. It's a nice toasty day when I'm filming this. See what we got. Alright, it's on. Hold start. Ooh. Oh, come on. trees I can trim around here. I was done. Oh, y'all are looking up there. Well, I think that's done, guys. What do you think? Turn it back on. So, again, this is an HC1500. New carb right out of the box, worked beautifully. Sure beats trying to adjust them and putting diaphragms and gaskets and stuff on one. For the $15, 15 minutes, we're done. I think I might keep this one, guys. I'm not sure yet, but I think I like it. Let me move on to that Weedeater, see if there's any different applications for it. Alright, y'all, let me show you what we're working with. I've got an SRM2100 Weedeater now. 2100. I have to do some research. It's got the nice head and stuff on it, though. Makes you wonder. This is a high-end commercial grade Echo or what? I'm not sure. We're going to find out. I think this is going to be a very similar application here. So let's go ahead and take off all this. Had a little bit of oil in the air filter here. That air filter is pretty done, so we're just going to chuck it while we're here. And this one's actually got a little bit of a different set of fuel lines and such. I don't know why. I think I ordered it from 2 different sites because I type it in and it says that it's cheaper. This one was cheaper, so I bought it. Obviously the hedge trimmer worked, so let's see if there's any different applications for this. That one almost wanted to strip on me. Y'all see that? Probably should invest into some JAS screwdrivers. That would probably solve a lot of my problems. Alright. See how much closer I can get this for y'all. So this one was priming. It just was not doing it very well. I'm going to take the throttle cable is just basically the exact same. I'm trying to keep the gas in it while I do this, because I did pour some gas into it. So just pull a couple of lines. There's my little vent here. Y'all can barely see me. Pull that. Pull the fuel filter up. I'll fetch that. And then we're just gonna pull the grommet out. This one's nice and soft. See if I can get in and pull that fuel filter out. Probably should have took this off. Don't think I've got enough in here to really warrant. Yeah, I don't. I need to spill it out anyways, or take this gas out anyways, because I think it's old. So, let me take this gas out. I'm just going to get this fuel filter out. I can do that right here, actually. Oh, just knocked my Google Home off. Alright. Got a little bit of sediment down there, but not terrible. Alright, we got the fuel filter out. Now, let me get some stuff out of the way. Okay, now we'll pull this out. This whole contraption. It's just kind of ridiculous that it comes with like a spark plug and all that mess too. This is a Husqvarna carburetor. Let me get the right one and I'll be right back. Let me get the right carburetor and we'll put it on. I've got two Husqvarna blowers that you're going to see on a future video. That's why you see some of this stuff over here. Just need to get some of this junk out of the way. It's like they send you like 2, 3 fuel filters, spark plugs, a bunch of random junk that probably will not last the life of the engine. That's an extra one from somewhere. This is the one we're going to use on this Echo here. We'll again place the fuel filter in. See if I can get it in here since I've got some leverage on the top this time. Kind of nice if I could with all the rubber lines and stuff in. If not, that's no big deal. We'll do the same thing we did last time. Somebody feel free to comment if y'all use a better method than what I'm using here, because whatever I'm doing ain't working very well. So let me take this line out and this line out. Ugh. That makes it a lot easier to put this rubber grommet in. In theory it does. You have an area that's pliable now, I guess. So let's put her in. So essentially this is the same application as the other one, or the same way of putting it in as the other one. So essentially you just get by with whatever. And there's where this little thing goes on this one right there. We're going to see if we can just fit this down in there. I think we just got it started. That's good. Didn't have to cut it that time. Of course, access on this one is a lot easier too, so that really helps. You gotta be really careful, but you can slide this down in there fairly easily. Okay. And this is the other line, it just goes down in there. I want to do this in one take, y'all, just so that I can show you that I can do it. Actually went down there fairly easily. Okay, very good. Now, fuel filter is kind of in the right spot, I guess. I'll pull it up just a little bit. Throw some of this trash away too. Okay, so the tank inside is clean. I just need to tighten it up a little bit with if I can do it with a flathead. Actually is on there as tight as it can get, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, so now we will go ahead and put the carburetor on. Again, the outlet goes down. Check the pipe that goes into the fuel tank. Make sure your outlet is where you want it, so right there. And your inlet is attached to the fuel filter, so that'll go right there. And we'll go ahead and put the throttle cable back in like this. Throttle cable's back in. We've got our gasket that I'm going to go ahead and put on as well. It'll tie in like this. And the air filter, let's see, I'm going to pull it like that, and we're going to pop this on. Get everything lined up into the screws. Perfect. Now I'll tighten everything up. I'm going to make y'all wait for a minute though, because I do not have any fuel mix here at home at all. I need to go to the gas station, get some. Yeah, I can talk my fiance into going and get some ice cream and picking up some. Okay. I mean, I'm just showing you how easy this is. We're 7 minutes into this, and we're turning something that originally was pretty much worthless into something that's worth a decent amount of money. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. Okay. Alright, off camera here there, y'all. Thank you for bearing with me. The sticker's gone off this one, but I think it goes like this. There we go. So I thought I had it going in there. Don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's this way. Yep, it's that way. Fat side on the front. Alright, we'll get this thing cleaned up. I'll get some gas on it. And get some gas in it. Come on, seriously? There we go. Never to be taken off again by me. Choke and all that good stuff. And it's priming. I just need to get some gas. Clean up this. I'm going to clean up my workbench, and we will start this SRM2100. See what we can do with it. Alright, y'all, let's see if we can be 3 for 3 here. I've washed the Weedeater, so it looks a lot better. You see I do have a broken shroud here, but I mean, as long as it runs and works like it should, then that's really all we need, right? So, see if we can get gas up in here, and we are. Let's see, choke on or off? I'm not sure, we'll figure it out. Ignition. Okay. I think that's choke off. Alright, y'all. See if the stop button works here. Yeah, that works. Need to tighten up the muffler there. And I've got to tighten up the throttle cable too. That's really all I got left. Throttle cable's like a 7/16 inch. I just need to tighten it up some. So let me grab a wrench and then an Allen there and just tighten those up, and we'll be done with this. It's not the best cosmetically, but it's fine otherwise. Can probably replace the pull rope in it too. I might do that real quick. I'll tighten those two up and we'll give it a better shot here. Alright guys, we got everything fixed here on this video with the echoes, the SRM2100, and then the Hedge trimmer. Both of them fairly easy, and even though this one's kind of in rough shape, still running great, so that's awesome to see. I'm keeping the Hedge trimmers. This one I've got listed for like $80. It's just a low-end 21.5 cc engine, so not terribly powerful, but still an older Echo. Runs good. So thank you all again for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it pretty informative, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you then.